Hello children, welcome to the science class. Today we'll continue with the same chapter, materials and solutions. Soluble and insoluble substances. Children, soluble substances are those substances which dissolve in water or any other solvent. And insoluble substances are those which do not dissolve in a solvent. Substances that dissolve in water are said to be soluble in water. Salt, sugar, lemon juice, ink, oxygen gas, carbon dioxide gas are soluble in water. So you have to remember the name of the gases also. And substances that do not dissolve in water are said to be insoluble in water. Pulses, chalk powder, oil, petrol, sand, hydrogen gas are insoluble in water. Clear? Now, soluble impurities. These are impurities that get dissolved in water. They cannot be seen with our naked eyes. Germs, salts, and minerals are examples of soluble impurities. Now, insoluble impurities opposite of this thing. Clear? Purification of water. How can we purify water? Soluble impurities present in water can be removed by boiling, adding chemicals like chlorine or potassium permanganate, or by filtering. Understood? These are the few methods by which we can purify water. Evaporation. Evaporation, you might have heard this term earlier also in class 3rd. Evaporation is the process of changing of water into water vapor. When we heat water, it changes into water vapor. That is called evaporation. Clear? It can be done by boiling. Salt water in a beaker till all the water evaporates. What is left? Is salt in the beaker? Yes, salt will remain in the beaker. Insoluble impurities present in the water can be removed by the following ways. The insoluble impurities can be removed by sedimentation, decantation, or filtration. Children, remember this thing. Insoluble impurities can be removed by sedimentation, decantation, or filtration. These are the few methods used to remove the insoluble impurities. The insoluble impurities which do not dissolve in water could be removed by sedimentation. Sedimentation is the process of allowing the insoluble impurities present in water to settle down. The impurities will settle down. See this picture? You can see this picture here. When we add some mud to it or sand to it, stir it, it will not dissolve. It will not dissolve and it will settle down under the glass and at the bottom of the glass, you can say. And then it is, if you want to separate the water, clear water from it, you can pour the clear water in another bowl, and the sand will be settled down in that glass. So that is called decantation. This process is called decantation. Decantation is the process that follows sedimentation. This is sedimentation when all the impurities settle down in the glass, and decantation is the process following sedimentation. It involves pouring out the clear liquid above the sediment into another container. Here we are pouring out the clear water in another container. This is decantation. Clear? Now comes filtration. Filtration is the process of removing soluble impurities present in water, insoluble impurities present in water using filter like thin cloth, strainer or a filter paper. You must have seen your mother straining tea leaves using a strainer, or sieve is also there. So we can filter this insoluble impurities with the help of strainer, or if a piece of cloth is there, then we can take the help of that piece of cloth also. Understood? To separate the insoluble impurities. With this we come to the end of the chapter. Children, read the chapter once again for better understanding. We'll do the exercises also. Soluble impurities present in water cannot be removed by sedimentation, because insoluble impurities could be removed by sedimentation. In a salt solution, the solute is salt. Which of the following is a solvent? Salt, sugar, water, all of these. It is water. Water is a universal solvent that you all know. When a soluble solute is added to a solvent, the volume of the solution remains the same. A solid changes into a liquid on heating. Next, true or false? Air is not a matter. It is false. The intermolecular force is the least in gases. It is true. Oil is insoluble in water. It is also true. Now comes fill in the blanks. Question number 3. Oil is insoluble in water. Oil is insoluble in water. Hydrogen gas is insoluble in water. The process of decantation follows the process of sedimentation. After sedimentation only we are doing decantation. All matter is made up of tiny particles called molecules. In a salt solution, salt is called a solute. A change in state can be brought about by heating or cooling. Children, with this we come to the end of the chapter. Question answers we'll be doing next week. Thank you so much. God bless you all.